later. Smile, you're on Candid Camera. We're live on Facebook. I believe we are. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Vitality Living Lunch and Learn. If you're joining us on the Zoom, welcome, welcome. And if you're joining us live on the Vitality Living Facebook page, hopefully everything is working out smoothly. Welcome. And if you're on the replay, please mention in the comments replay. You guys, this is about you and your health. And, you know, feel free to comment, feel free to send us some love and some hearts, and feel free to ask questions. 15-minute lunch and learn starting when the professional starts speaking. I'm Marisa Maggio Harrelson, and I'm so happy to have you here. I've been a part of LifeVantage for 8.5 years, and truly it is the science of what this company has that is, there's nothing on the planet like what the science we have. So we want to be very mindful of your time. Everybody is very busy in the world. And with me today is Joanne Shearer-Parkin. Joanne got to be extremely close with over the years. She is a master nutritionist, a master nutritionist. She is a registered dietitian. She is an author. She worked at Avera Heart Hospital in Sioux Falls, South Dakota for years. And then she was introduced to this incredible company and was blown away by the science. She has always been she's been a diabetes educator, and she was the first to bring the Mediterranean diet to a heart hospital or to a hospital in the US. So her life has been about taking care of herself. You know, so many of us, many people in your life, how many do you know, as they get older, they're then just starting to want to take control of aging and their health. And we're trying to educate the world now by being pioneers in this beautiful new science of nutrigenomics, nutrition for your genes, flipping genetic switches so that you feel better and you can do more and you have more vitality. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and introduce Joanne, our hostess of the mostest, who in just a moment, I will time it, 15 minutes, is going to share what many of you might be taking, or if you're just on the Protandim Nrf2, you may not know about the Protandim Nrf1, boosting the mitochondria, and the Protandim NAD, which Joanne will share more about, and learning about what happens when you take all three of those together. So I just say, you know, if you want to age less and you want to have more vitality and more energy and healthy inflammatory responses, then you need to learn about the Tri-Synergizer. And then she'll briefly mention the other products. We only have a handful, but they are products that are so important for your cells, your mind, your brain, your gut, your skin, your hair, and your pets. So take it away, Joanne. So happy to have you here today.
Thank you, Marisa. Okay, I'm going to share my screen here. I have a little bit of some slides to show you. So let me get that up here real quick. So thank you, everybody. Marisa, that was a wonderful, wonderful, warm introduction. So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yes, I don't think I think I got to do a slideshow here. Sorry about that, everybody. Let me get.
That's all right.
We're excited.
We're excited.
Are you seeing it? Seeing the slides okay there, Marisa? Am I on? Ready to go?
Yes.
Okay, this is fantastic. Yes, okay, so thank you again for having me, Marisa. And yes, I'm a registered dietitian, master's level nutritionist, 45 years in this profession. It's been just absolutely wonderful. I've enjoyed every minute of it. It's been great. And like Marisa said, I retired early from the Avera Heart Hospital in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I was a head dietitian there for 12 years. And it was a cardiologist on staff there that introduced me to LifeVantage and our flagship product with LifeVantage, which is Protandim Nrf2. And both Dr. Gordon and I were extremely wowed by the scientific validation of the LifeVantage flagship product, like I said, Protandim Nrf2. And so over this last 10 years, it's been quite a journey as I have learned so much about nutrigenomics and about these amazing and awesome breakthroughs that LifeVantage is bringing to marketplace. I mean, we're not talking about supplementation with natural products here, guys. We're talking about activating anti-aging pathways in the human body. And how we are going to be doing that is we're going to be flipping switches on our cells, right? We are going to be flipping switches and we're going to be modifying our genes and our gene expression. So you may not know this, or maybe you do, but did you know that there are 85,000 chemicals that have been introduced into our environment since the Industrial Revolution? I mean, that is that's really kind of sad when you think about it, because it is having a really terrible negative impact on our health. And it really is kind of like dimming the lights. So what does that feel like? Well, you probably have all experienced this at one time or another, right? Your decrease in immune system. You might have some brain fog, you may feel sluggish, lack of energy. All those 85,000 chemicals can have a really tremendous effect on your brain, your mood. And it can also, that can increase your stress as well. And of course, fatigue and lack of energy, all of that is like dimming the lights. So what is going on inside of your body? There are several biochemical processes that are really contributing to all of that. And I'm going to talk about 3 of those. One is an increasing of your oxidative stress. The other is a decline in your mitochondria and mitochondrial activity. And then the other one is a decline in your sirtuin activity. And there's more, but these are the 3 primary ones that I'm going to talk about today. So this is what's really, I think, revolutionary. And that is that about, I think, 20 years ago now, when they mapped out, the Human Genomic Project mapped out all of those 25,000 genes, right? Discovered that our genes have this incredible abilities to keep our bodies healthy. Those genes are called our survival genes. And so what if you could, with a flip of a switch, turn on those genes, right? Well, would you? Well, that's what I've been doing. And I can tell you what it's been doing for me. I can tell you that I feel better at 71. Yeah, I'm 71. I feel better at 71 than I was at 61. Because I've been flipping these switches on my genes, activating these survival genes, slowing down aging. I kind of tell people I'm aging backwards. Well, not really, but I feel like I am. And so that's, you know, in my middle 60s, I started playing a competitive sport, which is really, really cool, right? That I could do that. And it's exciting. So I'm going to talk about that first biochemical process that's doing so much damage to our cells, and that is the oxidative stress damage, which is caused by toxic molecules called free radicals. Now, you might have heard of free radical theory of aging, right? So what does that oxidative stress do? Well, if you look at that apple on your screen, do you see that? Like you take a bite out of an apple, it turns brown. That's oxidative stress on that apple. That is going on inside of your body, and that's caused by free radical damage. So what can you do to fight back? So what do your cells do to try to manage that oxidative stress? Well, what they do is that they produce antioxidants. Well, you probably know about antioxidants, right? We've been hearing about them for 30 years, probably at least, right? Well, you've been hearing a lot about the antioxidants that we get from food and supplements. Those are called your direct antioxidants. They only neutralize those free radicals in a ratio of 1 molecule to 1 free radical. But the antioxidants that your cells make, they're up to 1,000,000 times more potent. So that's where Protandim Nrf2 comes in. Protandim Nrf2, by flipping, what it does, it flips the switch. It's called the Nrf2 activation switch. And what it does, that it speaks to your genes and tells your genes to make more antioxidant enzymes. So Protandim has been scientifically validated to lower that oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days. And really, there's nothing out there that I know of in a food or a supplement or anything that can do that. So what happens when you lower that oxidative stress? Literally, it eliminates that cellular damage that's being done to your cells. Now, remember, I said it works through this pathway called Nrf2 activation. So Nrf2 may become the most important health promoting approach in the foreseeable future, the most extraordinary breakthrough in the history of health. Now that's not me saying that, that is researchers at Washington State University that are specialists in researching Nrf2 activation. So in a nutshell, here's the approach. What we're doing with Protandim Nrf2, we're speaking to our cells to make antioxidants rather than taking antioxidants. So this is what happens as we age. Without the Protandim Nrf2 Synergizer, your production of those antioxidants starts dropping off, right? But with the Protandim Nrf2, you are able to restore a high level of those cellular antioxidants within your cells. So cool, like I said, really amazing. So again, this is really what has impressed me with LifeVantage, as the amount of research on their products. And just on Protandim Nrf2, we have 26 high quality peer-reviewed scientific studies on Protandim Nrf2 conducted by a very well-known prestigious institutes, conducted in some of the most prestigious scientific journals. It doesn't get much better than that in terms of valid scientific validation for a natural product. Very impressive. So next, let's look at the switches for these two other biochemical problems called decline in mitochondrial health and a decline in sirtuin activity. So let's talk first about the decline in your mitochondrial health and what exactly is that. The mitochondria are your energy factories within your cells. They produce all of your energy, and they also help help your body to combat some of the effects of those toxic chemicals as well. But as we get older, like with many things, right, the production of those mitochondria drops off significantly. When you lose your mitochondria, you're losing your energy factories, you're going to lose your cells. That's going to affect every organ in your body and every organ function that you have. So what can we do about that mitochondrial decline? Well, we can flip another switch, another anti-aging pathway. That is the Nrf1 switch. And we're going to do that with the Protandim Nrf1 Synergizer. What it does is it increases production of those Nrf1 genes by nearly 70%. Wow, that is huge. So this will get your energy restored back. Let me see, go back there a bit. Get your energy restored back to what it was, right, when you were younger. And I really feel that this has helped me tremendously. You know, I can play 2 to 3 hours of pickleball one day and get up the next morning and go back and do it again and still have the energy to do that. So the third flip that we're going to switch is the NAD sirtuin switch. So let's talk a little bit about what are sirtuins. Sirtuins are a set of 7 powerful anti-aging genes that have a whole range and host of benefits in our body. In fact, how they discovered sirtuins is really interesting. Scientists discovered these sirtuins when they were conducting studies on severe caloric restriction and on fasting, finding that that much of the benefits, health benefits of fasting and caloric restriction was related to the increase of these sirtuins. And so this is what we can do with the Protandim NAD Synergizer, is that we can boost up the production of those sirtuins. Now, you need NAD molecule. This is a molecule that is essential in order to produce those sirtuins. So when you take the Protandim NAD Synergizer, when you're flipping that switch, that's increasing your sirtuin activity by 100% in 24 hours. I mean, this is incredible. This is really mimicking much of the health benefits that you get from fasting and from caloric restriction. So this is what it works, right? We're getting your sirtuin activity back to the way it was when you were younger, flipping that NAD Synergizer, flipping that NAD sirtuin switch. So we know that each one of these natural products, the Tri-Synergizer products, each individually are flipping all these switches on our cells, right? Having all unique and individual benefits, modifying gene expression. Remember I'm talking about activating those survival genes? So our company thought, wow, what would happen if we put the three together? Could we get an additional genomic effect? Could we get an even bigger increase in the activity of those specific genes? Well, the good news is that's exactly what happened in the research that they've done. So what you're seeing on your screen is at the bottom, you see the gray bars on the bottom there? Those gray bars, in what they represent is the gene activity when you take each one of the Tri-Synergizer products individually, right? But then the blue bar shows the dramatic increase of the gene activity when you take the three together. Let's just look over on the left-hand side. Let's just look at one of these genes, and that is that heme oxygenase 1 gene, the healthy inflammatory response gene. If you take the Protandim Nrf2 alone, you're going to get a 50% increase in that particular gene. But look what happens when you add the Nrf1 and the NAD synergizers to the Nrf2. What do you get? It's huge. It's almost mind-boggling, isn't it? And I can tell you just my own personal experience on it is that it's working for me. It's amazing what this does for your overall health, your well-being, your energy, for your mind, just for just how much better I am feeling. Like I said, I think I feel better than I did now at 71 than I was at 61. This is working for me, for sure. I'm loving it. So what happens when you flip these three switches? What happens when you activate those survival genes? What happens in your body? That supports your mood, your brain, your mental health, supports healthy longevity. Remember, I really talked about that, right? Slowing down aging. It helps with improving your mental focus and concentration, boosts your mental and physical energy. Talked a lot about that. And supports a healthy inflammatory response, and really important, supporting a healthy vascular system. So those are the Protandim Tri-Synergizers. We have them available both in bottles, and it's really cool because you can also get the products in these little unique little individual little daily packs, so you can take them in a little pack. Free shipping on the products with a 30-day money back guarantee. Amazing, amazing. So that's not all the products in the LifeVantage product catalog. We have some additional products. We have Axio Brain Performance Drink. I call it my fog buster drink. I drink that on the pickleball court. I think it helps with my focus and concentration. The probiotic that is shelf stable has an added ingredient called Wellmune, which is to help with your immune system. High quality fish oil product, Omega Plus. We have physique weight management products that help you to lose that toxic belly fat while helping you to preserve your lean body mass and your muscle mass so that you can stop with that yo-yo dieting syndrome, right? We have Nrf2 activation in a skincare system. We are first to market in Nrf2 skincare. We have Nrf2 hair care for your hair, extremely clean product for your hair. And we have Protandim for dogs. So that's our product catalog. That is kind of an overview and a little summary, but a little bit about, LifeVantage and about our breakthroughs in cellular activation. So we are not supplementing with our Tri-Synergizer products. We are activating anti-aging pathways, these powerful anti-aging pathways that's going to help you feel better and be able to do more. And hey, maybe when you get to be in your 70s like me, you can be living a life like you never thought you could ever live, and living it healthy. And I think that's really what people are looking for. You're not just living long, but living well and living healthy. And that's what I believe these products have helped me. So with that, I'm going to turn it back over to you, Marisa.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Joanne. That was so educational, and I love this information. So our health is everything, and without it, nothing else matters. So thank you all for joining into our Lunch and Learn. And if you're on the replay, just mention replay, and we'll be bringing you more educational live presentations as we continue to biohack our health and to live more vibrantly and with just better health. So thank you everybody for joining. Get back to your day.
Thank you.